Speed control by varying the field flux of a DC shunt motor. This is called a DC shunt motor. This is a terminal voltage VT and armature current IA. Okay, armature current IA. So this is called line current. This is called line current or supply current. Generally, is called as a line current IL. Okay, this is called a line current, supply current. So terminal voltage positive or negative. Okay, this is called a armature winding. Okay, this is called armature winding. Armature winding, and this is called field winding. Okay, field winding. This is called a field winding, and this is called armature winding. So this is a brushes generally. So we are presented like this manner. This terminal A and AA. Okay, this okay. If it is generator, this current is delivering. So if it is motor, okay, so current direction will be like this. If it is motor, DC shunt motor, this is called armature current. Okay, and this is called field current. This is called field current. This is called field resistant, field regulator. Okay, this is called a field regulator. So field regulator means field regulator. So by controlling this rheostat, this is also one of the rheostat. Okay, it is like this. So by changing this positions of the rheostat, the current flowing to the windings, okay, it changes here. So for this position, it is called minimum position of the resistor. Okay, minimum position. So that's what means. What is the meaning of this this position? So there is no resistance. This current is coming like this manner and flowing through. There is no resistance introduced into the circuit. Okay, if the circuit is connected like this, okay, so the restart position here. Okay, so that means current is flowing. Current is flowing like this. The current entering into the circuit and like this, and so current like this way. Okay, here this resistance is not included. Here this much of resistance is included. Resistance is not equal to 0. Okay, the resistance, some of the resistance is inserted into the field winding, in series with the field winding. This is called field winding. Okay, here also this is called field winding. This is called field winding. So by changing the rheostat, by changing this field regulator, that means resistance is changing. Okay, this resistance is by changing the resistance, the current flowing to the field winding is controlled. This is called IF. Current flowing through the field winding is controlled by changing the field regulator. So at starting, so here for example, this is not connected to this. That means there directly this current, okay, coming into in this way, into the field winding. Okay, current flowing to the field winding like this now. If some resistance is introduced into the system, okay, for example, if it is connected like this, that means the current entering into the, okay, the current entering into the field winding like this manner. Okay, so like this. So this much of resistance includes decreasing. Okay, and finally, if the rheostat positions are, if it is this connection is, if it is connection here, that means resistance 0. The field winding connection here, if it is connected at this position, that means there is no resistance. No? The current entering into the field winding like this manner. Okay, the field winding current entering into the like this manner. No current, no resistance is introduced into the field winding. Current flowing like this. Is clear? So in this way, the field current flowing into the field winding of a DC shunt motor can be controlled. This field current is proportional to the field flux. This field current IF, this field current is proportional to the field flux. Okay, the field current is proportional to the field flux. By controlling the flux, so we have to control the speed of a DC shunt motor. Understood? So you know the relation n is equal to n is proportional to the EB divided by pi. Am I right? N is equal to EB divided by pi. Speed of a DC center motor is proportional to the back EMF and also inversely proportional to the flux. Okay, this flux is proportional to the field current. Okay, the field current is proportional to the field regulator. Okay, RF, for example, field regulator. Okay, by changing this, the field current is changing. Okay. So if field resistance is increasing, means the current flow always choosing the low resistance partner. So the field current is decreasing. Field current is decreasing means flux also decreasing. Am I right or not? So field resistance is increasing. Okay, if the field resistance is increasing, this resistance, the resistance is increasing means current flowing in the field winding is decreasing. Current is always choosing the low resistance part. That's why the current is diverted into the armature. So this instead of flowing this current field okay, in this direction, the current is flowing, armature winding is more. Okay, so in this way, the field current can be controlled. So N is equal to EB divided by pi. Back EMF is proportional to the back speed is proportional to the back EMF by pi. If the flux is decreasing, that means it's proportional to the field flux field current. If it is decreasing, by controlling the field regulator, the flux is decreasing, speed is also increasing. Speed is increasing. So in this way, the speed can be controlled. Am I right or not? So the speed can be increased like this manner by changing the field current, by changing the field regulator. By changing the field regulator, by controlling the field regulator, the fluxes can be controlled and the speed can be increased like this. So this is called speed is increasing. And how to decrease the speed of this induction this emission? N is equal to EB by pi. Am I right? This is called field flux. If the field flux is increasing, means this is decreasing. Speed is decreasing. But if your field flux is increasing, means it's proportional to the field current. Am I right? So if the field current is increasing, field flux is also increasing. Okay, and then speed is decreasing. But this method, if you are increasing the field flux, okay, the speed is decreasing, but it is having some disadvantages because of the field winding is placed on. Okay, the field winding is placed on pole core of a DC motor. No? Poles. This is called pole. Am I right? So this is called winding. This is called field winding. The field winding. This is called field winding. So, am I right or not? This is current flowing to the field winding. Okay, the current flowing to the field winding is increasing. Current flowing through the field winding is increasing means the flux is increasing. Am I right? Flux is increasing. The field flux is increasing. If the field flux is increasing, okay, the pole core going to saturation. Am I right? The pole core going to saturation. So for this case, it's very difficult to control speed. The pole cores are going to saturation. This pole core, and because of this, there is a huge amount of magnetism current is required, and then so heat is increasing, loss also takes place. That's why. So this method is suitable for above base speed. Understood? So this step of that means flux is decreasing. This step of this method is suitable for this type of applications. This type of flux is decreasing, speed is increasing. That means above base speed is applications, not for below base speed. So for this type of applications, this method is not suitable because of flux is increasing, pole core flux going to saturate. So this difficulty, because of this difficulty, this flux control method is suitable for above base speeds. Okay. So this is the concept regarding flux control, speed control bearing field flux. This is one of the simplest and economical method and is used extensively in modern electric bus. Okay. So here under running condition, if the field circuit resistance is increased, the field current IF, okay, and the field flux YF are reduced. I'm already explained. If the field regulator, if the resistance is increasing, means under steady running condition, if the field circuit resistance is increased, resistance is increasing means current is always choosing the low resistance path. That's why the current is not flowing through the field regulator, field winding. That's called field restart. Current is not flowing through the field winding. That current flowing through the field winding is decreasing. Okay, if you are increasing the resistance, so the field current IF and the field flux Y also reduced. Okay, decrease in the field flux causes the reduction in the counter EMF. Okay, EB is equal to K into pi into omega. This EMF back EMF is also decreasing. Decrease in the field flux causes the reduction in the counter EMF. As a result, more current flow through the armature. Because of that, more amount of current is passing through the armature. The current not flowing through, so small amount of current is flowing through the field regulator. So remaining current is diverted into the armature circuit. Okay, so maximum amount of more current flows through the armature this side. Okay, so in view of this, the electromagnetic torque is increasing. Electromagnetic torque is increasing and become more than the load torque, hence the motor gets accelerated. That's why the speed, if you are decreasing the field winding of a DC center motor, then the armature current is increases, and then torque is developed on this motor is increasing, and this motor gets accelerated. So by decreasing the field winding, field flux, that's called field current. Okay, by increasing the field resistance. Field resistance increasing means current flowing through the field winding is decreasing. So current flowing through the armature winding is increasing. Okay, so like this, this field, by controlling the field flux, the speed of the DC motor can be controlled. Okay, if armature current is IA1 for flux pi1, the armature current I1, and IA2 for flux pi2. So you have different type of flux because of field regulator. Okay, if the field regulator placed in one place, so we'll get one flux. Okay, and changing the field regulator, so we'll get another flux that is called pi2. So like this, flux can be controlled by using the field regulator. Okay, then constant load torque IA is equal to T, torque is equal to, so one relation is there, torque is equal to K into pi into I. Okay, torque is equal to K into pi into I. Okay, this is the relation. From this relation, so what is the current IA? IA is equal to torque divided by K into pi. Okay, so from this, can easily say that, so IA1 is equal to torque divided by K into pi. So omega 1 is equal to Vt minus IA into R divided by K into pi. You know this relation. And IA2 is equal to omega 2, that is called torque T divided by K into pi 2. Here flux is changing, here pi 1 and pi 2. Okay, omega 2 is equal to Vt minus IA2 into R divided by K into pi 2. So here flux pi 1 and pi 2. The speed is inversely proportional to the flux. Here the speed is also inversely proportional to flux. Okay, the above two equations describe the change in speed and armature current as the field flux is varied. Understood? Change in, from this equation, so we can understand that change in speed, okay, and armature current as the flux is varied. Okay, so this is about flux control method. The speed versus torque casts are like this. Okay, so weak field is a weak field means the flux is very less. Speed is inversely proportional to flux. Under weak field conditions, the flux is very less, then speed is very high. That is called base speed. So we'll have, okay, if decreasing the field flux, then speed is again increasing like this manner. This base speed is like this, the axis speed is like this. Okay, this is about the field flux controlling method. Understood?